Hello, good evening, and welcome to tonight's webinar. I'm your host, Sterling McKinley. I'm a digital marketing expert, and tonight we have a awesome webinar training set up for you. Once again, this webinar is presented by the good folks at Grow with Google and also presented by the U.S. Black Chamber. So, thank you once again for taking time tonight to be with us. Let's get started. So you're probably wondering once again, what is Google Grow? And Google Grow is a great program. So back in 2017, Google Grow started a program to ensure that people have opportunities to technology and education. So they offer digital courses, training, and tools to help your small business adapt, grow, and serve your community. So once again, that's what Google Grow is, and that's what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about all the ways that you can use Google's products, tools, and services to what? To make more money for your business. And that's what we all want to do at the end of the day. you know, Passion, purpose is great, but at the end of the day, let's make money. So that's why we're here today to talk about ways that you can elevate your brand. So I always want to get you involved in the webinar. I don't want to be one of those talkers that just talks and talks and talks. So I want to hear from you. If you're ready to get started, type in elevate. Once again, if you're ready to get started, type in elevate. We got a few comments already. Andrea says, good evening. Good evening, Andrea. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Also, I have Pamela checking in. Hi, Pamela. Um, Someone says elevate. Appreciate that. Anyone else ready to get started? If so, just type in elevate. Courtney Stewart says, yes, I'm excited. I've told all my friends about this thing. That's awesome. Thank you for that. Spoke your praises. They even made LinkedIn. I followed you. I saw that. Thank you again. And my Google business profile. Awesome. Thank you. I'm always glad to hear that you all are enjoying this webinar, and not only enjoying it, but putting what I'm telling you into practice, because this is what I do. This is what I love. I love marketing. I love digital marketing, and I love Google's products and services. And if I can help you leverage those to make more money, my day is made. So I appreciate that. Marissa says from Cool Breeze Korean Restaurant says ready to elevate. Thank you, Marissa. We have Antoinette elevate, ready and eager. Awesome, awesome. Thank you for that. So let's get started. So once again, I'm different from some speakers. I just don't want to talk and talk for hours. I want to have the dialogue, because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about you, making sure that your questions are answered. So anytime tonight, if you have any questions about digital marketing, Google products, type those questions in the chat box below, and I'll stop and answer your questions. It doesn't matter. There's no dumb question. It can be about what I'm talking about or anything. I will stop and answer your question. And once again, the best training and webinars are what? When I hear from you, when I have that interaction. So anytime you have a question or a comment, please type that. Like I just saw, I'll put that on the screen, and I'll be sure to highlight and answer your question. So once again, if you have any questions, please type those below. All right, so that brings us to the next training. It's all about how to elevate your brand, and that's so important right now. And I kind of compare elevate to visibility. And if you think about it now, it's all about visibility. It's all about elevating your brand. It's all about getting eyeballs on your company. And I believe the more and more people see your brand, hear about it, the chance of you making sales, they go up. Why? Because if I hear about you more, if you expose more people, you can make more sales for your business. So once again, in this new economy, in this digital economy, it's all about elevating your brand. It's all about getting seen by the most people possible. And not even the most people, but the people that want to buy your product or your service. Because let's face it, if you're a restaurant, it doesn't it doesn't help you to attract people that are looking for plumbing or home repair services. No, you want to attract the people that what want to buy your service and want to buy your product, and that's where Google comes in. Google is really all set up about that. People go to Google, they type in their questions, their comments, what they want, and Google shows them things that are in line with their needs. So once again, we're gonna talk about tonight how you can make sure you come up high in the Google search. Now, when people do a search for you, they're seeing your brand, and your brand stands out, and it's important. And not only that, but in this new digital world economy, many times the first interaction somebody has with your company, your brand, is gonna be online. It's not gonna be in person. It's not gonna be coming to your store. It's not gonna be that. They're going to see you online somewhere. They're going to hear about you. And the first thing they're going to do is they're going to type in your web address. They're going to type in the name of your product or your service or even your name. And guess what? If they see a bad digital experience, a digital presence, they're hitting the back button and going back to Google. So tonight, I'm going to show you how you can make sure that you have a presence that not only is elevated, not only is getting visibility, but when it gets the person that you're showing them things they want to see, they're going to make you call you for service. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want. We want more phone calls and emails to our business. And once again, being visible online, elevating your brand is a great way to do that. All right, so here's tonight's agenda. It's pretty simple. We're talking about a few things. So first, we're going to talk about how to prepare for the new normal business. And I'm saying that because we're in a new time period now, especially with COVID. Things have changed. Things have become more digital. We're going to talk about how your business, how your products, your services can now be elevated in this new digital economy. Next, we're going to talk about kind of a no-brainer. But why is it so important to be found on Google? We're really going to break that down. And I think when people know why something is so important, they give it more credibility. So we're going to really break down how Google works and why you have to be seen on there. Next, we're going to do an activity. We're going to do a search for your business and see what comes up. To close out, we're going to do a recap, closing is up, and then we give overview of upcoming trainings. All right, so this is where it all started. Back in 2020, COVID 19 came, and COVID 19 had a huge effect, not only health wise, but also affecting black owned companies. And 41% of black owned companies shut down. 41%, that's a huge number. That's almost half. And I believe companies fell for a number of reasons. It can be pricing, it can be location, it can be marketing, sales, but I think primary reason is marketing, getting customers. If people can't see you, your business is going to shut down. It's going to suffer. And I believe in this new digital economy, it's so important that your company has a digital presence. Why? Because people aren't going to the phone book to find you anymore. The phone book is dead. They're going to Google. They're typing in the name of your company, your product, your service, and finding you that way. So you have to be found online. I believe also that COVID 19 accelerated digital in every industry. We were all at home, these past, what, 2.5 years now, and we all been on our cell phones. We've been typing in things, we've been finding companies, ordering food online, more time with social media apps. So I believe your customers now, I've been trained even more to rely on technology, to rely on mobile devices. So I think your company has to also meet that need now. So yes, you're not somebody huge like Amazon or Walmart, or any of these companies. But guess what? People are now expecting the same things from your company. So your company has to be diligent savvy. They don't care how big or small you are. You need to have a good website. You need to have video. You need to be on social media. All these things. Why? Because customers now are expecting that. And if they come to your site and they type in your name online, they don't find that, guess what? They're going back to Google and they're finding a company that looks better. Marissa says, so true. Yes, so true. Thank you. And I just said this, but I'll say it again. Customers now are demanding that your business is digital savvy. And if not, guess what? They are going to find another company. So, what do I mean by digital savvy? I mean, you have a website, you're on social media. that you can accept digital payments online, that you're digital savvy. Why? Because they're expecting that, because they're getting that same experience from their shopping apps, from other companies, from Amazon, all these apps. And guess what? They're now expecting the same thing from your company. It's this old saying in marketing and digital marketing is, don't make your customer think. If I come to your store in person or online and I have to think too much, I'm gonna leave. Cause why? It shouldn't be that hard. My time is precious. I'm busy. I'm not gonna sit here and think too hard about how can I buy from your store. It reminds me even now. You go in some stores, convenience stores, and you make a purchase. Let's say in a gas station, and you get a bag of chips and you get a soda, and they come to 4.25, and the clerk tells you, "Oh, sorry, sir, you can't use a credit card if the purchase is below $5." And many times they'll let you turn around and leave the store, but to me that's crazy. So over 75 cents, they're gonna lose a customer. That's wild to me, and that's what I mean now. You know, so many times I've been at fairs, at a food truck the other week, and I was trying to buy some food, and it said cash only. I was at a parking garage a month ago, parking to go into see my son's doctor, and when I left, the attendant said cash only. It is 2022, almost 23. You have to be digital savvy. You have to make it easy for people to do business with you. If not, you're going to lose those customers. So that's why it's so important to be digital savvy, because we're in a world now where people are expecting, they're expecting to manage your company's digital savvy. And Twinette says, the world we live in now, everyone wants everything quick, fast, easy, in a hurry. You said it. You said it. Sometimes it's not possible, but yes, we're very impatient as customers. I'm glad you said that, because, I think about going to the grocery store. And, well, I don't go anymore to the grocery store. Now I order all my food online. But when I did go buy groceries, the grocery store, there's 10 lines open, right? And we go from line to line, hopping, trying to see how much food somebody has, trying to see how many people we have, just to get out faster. And you can change places in line 5 times, and guess what? The person that you got out of line from still leaves before you. But that's the thing about our customers. We're so impatient. People are not going to take the time to hunt down your business. If they come to your website and it's not loading, they're not going to call you. If they call you and don't pick up, they're not going to keep calling you. If they do send you an email, guess what? They want a response now. They're not going to wait and say, "Oh, I hope they email me back." No, they're still going to look for people, look for a company that can give them what they want. So, once again, you got it. Quick, fast, in a hurry. It can be tough, but customers want that, because customers are impatient. And I believe digital marketing is a way that you can do that. By using Google's products and services, you can be there quick, fast, in a hurry. So, thank you, answer that for that comment. So, once again, like I said, I always want to be interactive. So far, the webinar, if it's helpful, give me a 5. If it's not helpful, give me a 0, give me a 1. So, once again, if you like what I'm saying, you want to hear more, give me a 5. If it's so, give me a 0. Once again, I'm all about feedback, so I want to hear from you. Antoinette says, yes, excellent. Thank you. So I'll take that as a 5, even though you didn't say that. Anybody else want to chime in? Um, 5 as well. Thank you for that. Great. V says 5 as well. Appreciate that. All right, let's keep going with the webinar. So I have a quote that I say now. I say that your digital presence now is a new credit score. And what does that mean? I'll read it again. Your digital presence is a new credit score. So what I mean by that is, when people view you online, they're judging your business by how you look. So if you have an old website, you don't have one at all. If it loads slow, If you've been posting on LinkedIn or social media, wherever you are, for the last 5 months, guess what? In their mind, they're saying that's a bad company. They don't care about how they look. So in your customer's mind, they're lowering your value. So I compare it to credit because when you go buy a car or a house, a lender, what do? They look at your credit history. And looking at that credit score, they determine if they can trust you or not to lend you money. It's the same thing with a business. Your customers are using your digital profile, how you look online, to judge if they want to do business with your company. That's huge. So it's really all about trust. Having a digital presence, having a website, being on social media, using video, email marketing, all these things. What do? They build trust. And the more you build trust in your customer's head, the more likely they are to call you or email you for business. So once again, it's all about trust. And just like in real life, you only have one opportunity to make a good impression. And like I was saying, now many times the first impression somebody has of your company is going to be digital. So if you want to elevate your brand, you have to make sure that that experience, that digital presence, is one that builds confidence, is one that pulls the company, the customers in. If not, they're going to go back to Google and to find a company that has a higher credit score and call that company. So once again, to further define a strong digital presence, what does that mean? So, a strong digital presence is what? It's trustworthy, it's authoritative, and most importantly, it's credible. Credible. Once again, it's all about that. People want to know online that you're real. They want to know that you are an expert in what you do. Let's face it, now there's a lot of scams out here. Everybody's a guru, expert, saying they can do everything. People want to come online to verify you are who you say you are before they call you. So guess what? If they go to Google and they're seeing you here and there saying stuff, guess what? They say that company, that person, they get it. They're an expert. I want to use them. And I'll do a quick example. I'll show you what happens when you type in my name. So if you go to Google and you type in Sterling McKinley, you see all my listings. And this is not a mistake. I've taken time, I've taken years to make sure that when you go to Google, you are seeing a good result. You're seeing quality presence. That's what. That's going to build confidence. And that's very important. So if you look at this first page of Google right here, first thing you see, what? You see my website, Sterling McKinley. You see my LinkedIn profile, Facebook, Instagram, um, Digital Summit, a conference I spoke at. Um, you see me on Twitter. You see me on YouTube. All me on the side here. You see my picture. All that is building confidence. That's what people want to see when they search you online, search your company. They want to see you in various places. Cause what? Those various listings, those various websites, they're confirming who you are, who you say you are. It's like on social media, getting a check on Twitter or a badge on Instagram. People want to know you are who you say you are. So the more information you can provide online about you, about your service, your customer's mind, it goes up and up. They trust you now. And then now they want to call you for service. Why? Because you've proven to them you are who you say you are. Now they believe you. If you have a business, guess what? You need to have a profile on Google My Business. Why? Because your potential customers want to read reviews from past customers. Why? So they can get a better understanding of who you are. If you have a lot of good ratings, they'll say, okay, this is the good company. If you have a lot of bad ratings, they'll say, this is the bad company. So once again, they're going online to verify who you are. So once again, that's how you elevate your brand, by offering that good digital presence, because that is the way that people are choosing which companies they work with and companies they don't work with. And when that says, are you able to give us feedback on our own Google business search? Yeah, I am. That's coming up later, but we can detour now. Do me a favor, answer that. Type in the name of your business, and I'll do a audit live. If you don't mind, I'll be nice, but type in your business name, and I'll do a lot audit live right now, and we can I kind of go through and kind of grade your web presence and let you know what can you improve. So if you get a chance to answer that, once again, just type in your name of your business, and I will check it out. Okay. And later, everyone, we have an activity where we'll go through and we'll do this, or we can do it now. Hey, it's your webinar. If you want to do it now, we'll do it now. So do me a favor, type in your web address, and I'll pull it up and give you a live audit and let you know what I think about your profile. So give me 1 second. Let me pull up these company name. Okay. So, oh, 1 second. Okay, Antoinette. So I have your company. Let me share my screen. Okay. Um, little fresh. Okay. Is that the deodorant? Okay, yeah. So you sell kids the deodorant, and you're in Walmart. So that's awesome. So once again, when I come in, the first thing I see your listing. I see your website. I see you on Facebook, Instagram. Um, I see you here at Walmart. That's great. I see over here you have a profile. Um, I'm guessing this is Google My Business. Come in here, but great. I see the picture right away. So I love that. And I even love your website because the title, which I always say is very important. Make sure the title of your website describes exactly what you do. Why? Because when people do a Google search, this is all they're seeing. All they're seeing is these links right here in these descriptions. So right away I can read your link. It says natural ordered for kids of all ages. Natural ordered made of essential oils. That's awesome. Because right away I know what you do. Because my son just turned 2, and hey, natural order for kids. Okay, that's something now look into. Um, so you have a website here. Great. You have lot of pictures. Have your products as well. I see that you're selling in Walmart. Let's see that. Um, yeah, that's impressive too. Yeah, here you go. To be sold in Walmart. That's impressive. So that's good. Um, let's go back to your Google search. You have some videos, which is great as well. We'll talk about that later, but video is a key part of elevating your brand because people not only want to see listings and links, they want to view stuff because we're lazy. If I can watch a video that's 1 minute or read a website, guess what? I'm choosing the video, and it's all about visibility. You can see what she's done now. So she has her links right here. Or here she has her Google profile, and she also has a video here. So what Google does is it's showing all her links. So what I say she's doing, she's dominating Google, and that's what you want for your business. You want to dominate the first page of Google for your category, for your product name, for your service. You want to dominate the first page of Google, like she's doing right here. When they come to that first page of Google, all they're seeing is your link on your website. They're seeing you on Twitter. They're seeing you on Facebook. They're seeing you on YouTube. They're seeing you on Google My Business. That's what I mean by building a digital presence, having a strong first impression, because that is what's going to pull people in. So let's go back to her. Yeah, you got it. So obviously you have a great um, digital presence. You have an article here. That's awesome as well. So yeah, keep it up. The more links, the better. I compare Google to a phone book. It's better than the phone book, but you remember phone books? They were huge, and imagine if you had one ad in a phone book. A phone book had 10,000 pages, so you had one chance in 10,000 getting found. But what if you had 5, 10, 20, 30 pages in that phone book? The chances of somebody finding you, they go up. So it's the same for Google. The more links, the more information, the more sites you want, the chances of somebody seeing you, the chance for visibility, the chance for elevating your brand go up. So I love that. You want to make sure that your brand is everywhere that it can be. And not only that, but it's your brand is everywhere your customers are. That's the key point I want to say because let's say you're on social media. Be on the networks that your customers are on. Don't try to be on every network, but be on the ones your customers are on. So if that's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, be there. Don't worry about other networks, but you want to show up where your customers are. That's the most important thing. So yeah, Anthony, I think you have a great profile here. Let's go to images. Um, you have a ton of images here about your ordering. That's awesome. I see here you have a few videos. One on Facebook as well. Um, let's view that real quick. Okay, you got a little Gracie's Corner action going on here.
Get ready, get fresh, let's go. Fresh little
Gracie's
things
Corner,
to
the,
sip
the
for you.
ordinary.
Get
I
ready,
like
get
that.
fresh, let's go. And if you do clean, smell fresh too. Get ready, get fresh, let's
Yeah, I like it. I think you got it. You're definitely on the right track. I'll keep doing what you're doing. You have that visibility. Um, I say I went to your website. I would look at getting a new website template, one that's a little more cleaner. Um, I don't know what site this is. Let me see what you're using for your website real quick. Um, yeah, this is a Wix website. So Wix is a good choice, but yeah, maybe get a cleaner template for your website. That could be a little nicer, but um, you're everywhere you're supposed to be. You're doing the right thing, so keep it up. All right, let's view one more. I don't know if we have time to view everybody's website, but I'll try to get through them as much as I can. Um, I'm not seeing any more up here. Let me look over here. Yeah, and today I got a few comments from the guests. Somebody says I really like, well, not somebody. I really like your visuals and your logo. Marissa says that. Yeah, yeah, great. Really nice setup. Um, Courtney says this is a nice product. Well, look into yeah, I'll look into it as well because I have a young son as well. Um, let's see. Courtney Stewart says awesome job. That's awesome. Um, yeah, Antoinette. Yeah, thanks for sharing and yeah. You have a good presence, but like anything, it can always be better. So I think I focus now on now that you have a presence, leveling it up some. So uh, keep creating new videos on YouTube. Like I said, look at your website and look at making that a little more modern. So you're doing the right things, but continue to redefine and and tighten up your presence. But you're definitely there. Courtney Stewart says, "I sent you my info. Scroll up. Let me take a look. Courtney, you're on YouTube. Let me go to YouTube real quick. Pull up your comments.
remember the last time you logged into Facebook.
Yeah, but while I'm pulling it up, any more questions and comments? Feel free to simply just type those below, and I'll be sure to answer those. Okay, Courtney, we got you. We got you. Let's see. So, Courtney, your business is university vending services. Okay, we got you. So let's share our screen here. Are you sure, Courtney? You want me to do this audit because Antoinette she brought it, so you got a lot of competition to go up against now. But we'll see. All right. So tapped you in here. This first listing, I'm not sure that's you or not. That's Maryland vending. Not sure that's you or not. Um, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of listings here. Um, I will say it can be tough sometimes when the name is really, I had to say, for lack of a better word, generic, kind of general. So a lot of universities have vending services. So I'm seeing a lot of listings here for that. Um, where are you located, Courtney? Maybe we can type in the city or state and see what pulls up. Okay, Courtney, you haven't started yet. Okay. Well, that makes sense then. Um, so yeah, you haven't started yet. Well, that's good. So if you haven't started yet now, I think we said this last week. I will start by just looking at the competition, seeing what they're doing, finding out what they're doing. I said last week, this trying to secure your name on all social media platforms. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, MySpace, any listing, try to get that on, because that way you show up more. Also get a Google My Business profile. Um, you're in South Carolina, okay? Let's see what comes up. Courtney, do you have anything online yet? Website or anything that might show up? Social media profiles that may come up? Because I'm still not seeing too much um, online for you. Okay, but yeah, I would say I guess a close for that. If you're new starting out, it can take a while to get an online presence and build that up. But what I would do, once again, start by just buying your domain name. You know, on for Amazon domains or maybe even GoDaddy. Um, you know, really start establishing that profile. The sooner, the better. Um, you said you have a website. Let me go through and um, yeah, I don't see website listing. If you can, um, just drop it in the chat one more time. I didn't see your website, Courtney. Do one more and move on. Marissa, I see your name is Cool Caribbean, no Caribbean Cocoa Breeze Caribbean Restaurant. I'm gonna look up that real quick and see how that looks, and then we'll move on. Okay, so Cocoa Breeze Korean restaurant, yeah, that came out in California. I see your listing here. So yeah, I would say you definitely have some good visibility. I see your Instagram as well, on Facebook. You're on Grubhub, and I like that. You know, once again, I was saying be on the sites that you need to be on. So if you're a restaurant, yes, you need to be on those ordering apps because why? Because your eyeballs for your company are already there. Um, so that's great. You have a good presence. I see your rankings here on Facebook. 4.8, 4.5, 5 out of 5. That's really good. So Reviews are very important, especially for restaurants. So that's really really good to see. I see you on Facebook. I see you on Instagram. Let's see if you have any videos. Yeah, I see few videos here. Man, this is all good stuff. I say people are really visual, so if they can like see your business, your restaurant, your service, or just your face, anything, it's positive. People are very visual, so see your video here on Facebook. Yeah, this kind of stuff is great. People love to see um, your business, especially on yeah, you're here on Yelp as well. Yelp is very important for any business, but especially a restaurant service business because once again, reviews. People are coming right here looking at your reviews. She has 144 reviews and I would say a 4.5 easily, so a very good score. And pictures. People love pictures online because they want to visualize your company, your brand. So if you're a restaurant, if you're any kind of business, people definitely want to visualize what you serve. So having high quality pictures, once again, elevates your brand because you want to entice people. If they see your food, whatever you if you do. I'm getting hungry now. That's the power of a picture, especially when it comes to food. So um, yeah, doing a great job. Definitely keep it up. But once again, this is what I mean by having a powerful online presence because it's definitely enticing your potential customer. All right, let's get back to the presentation. Yeah, I agree. Internet, everything looks delicious. So once again, the power of pictures. So once again, going back to digital presence, what does it mean? So it's a few things um, that I would say. Yeah, Marissa, thank you. Yeah, you have a great company, great reviews. So keep it up. You're doing it. Keep on refining your presence, putting out more pictures and videos. Getting those reviews from your customers is awesome. Because the first thing I do when I eat somewhere, I go to Yelp. If you got bad reviews, especially recent reviews that are bad, I don't go there. If you only got 3 reviews and 3 pictures, I'm like maybe not. But when I come to a site like yours that has 100 plus good reviews, has a lot of pictures, oh yeah, chances of me going there are going up. Why? Because I can trust you now that if I come to your restaurant, guess what? I'm gonna get good food and I'm gonna get good service. So that's very good to see. So first is a website. It's key. It's key. The first thing you want to have, if you have nothing else, is the website because that's the place online that you own. That place is yours. So you have to have a website. So if you're on the webinar tonight and you don't have a website, even if you don't have one, buy your business name, buy your name as main name. You can do that by going to Google Domains and buying it, or GoDaddy if you want, but buy those at the main name because that's the first thing people are going to see when you do a search online is your the main name. And you don't own social media. People love social media. It's great, but at any time, social media can change their viewing policies. Your page can be gone, but your website, you own that. That's your home online. So invest in a good website. The next thing is search. I just showed that here, but making sure that your company is visible is so important. So when I type in your product, your services, your company on Google, I need to see you. That's so important because most of your traffic, more than half, is going to come by somebody doing a Google search. That's why you have to be on Google. That's why you need to have good search engine or SEO, search engine optimization, making sure you have those links on Twitter, on Facebook, LinkedIn, on Yelp, other sites. Why? That way, when somebody does a search for you, they see you in the listings. Next, email marketing. Very important. Very important. So, you want to start an email marketing list. You can start with your current customers, and people can sign up for that. It's another way of just communicating with your customers. So, you definitely want to have that. Next thing is social. So important. You have to be on social media. And I think one thing we suffer from a lot of times is social media overload. So if you're a small company or a small staff, don't try to be on every network. Find the two or three that work for you and master those. So for me, my main network is LinkedIn. Facebook is great, Instagram is great, but I make my money on LinkedIn. So most of my time and effort goes towards LinkedIn. So whatever works for your business, whatever works for your industry, um, what sites your competitors are on, be on the sites, be in those places where your customers are. Going back to being on Yelp or Order Up. If you're a restaurant, you have to be on those sites. Why? Because people that are hungry, that are buying food, are on the website. So, whatever those sites are, your industry, your field, make sure you're on those sites. If you're a wedding photographer, be on sites talking about weddings and photography and all that stuff. Why? Because people that are looking for wedding photographers are going to be on those websites. The next one is video. And I showed you a few earlier, but video is so powerful. Even now, this webinar, this training is a video. How powerful is it if somebody can click a video and they can see you speaking and see you talking? Trust goes up. So have video for your business. You want to have a YouTube page where you record video about your business. Have that up there. Why? Because YouTube, after Google, is the world's number two search engine. So if they don't see you in the listings, they're probably going to see you in YouTube listings. Once again, video is great because video allows customers to see you and hear you and trust you. And once again, video elevates your brand. And when I can see you and hear you, the value of your company in my mind goes up. The last one is mobile. And I said it before, you know, people who are going to view your company, a lot of times the first interaction is going to be on a mobile device. Why? Because we're busy. I'm on a computer now, but during the day, I'm on the go. I'm busy. I'm doing things. And what's always in my pocket is my phone. So when I want to go to lunch, when I want to go to the tailor or whatever I'm trying to do, I turn to my phone a lot of times. So one thing I recommend doing after this webinar is, every once in a while, just go to your phone and pretend to be your customer and type in your web address, type in your name, your service, your product on your phone, and see how the experience is. If people have to pinch and scroll and zoom to find your information, if your website they can hit a button and call you, that's a bad experience. If you're not coming up in Google My Business, where you can just touch the map and get directions to your store or send you an email easily, that's a bad experience and needs to be fixed. So whatever you do, make sure it's always mobile friendly. Make sure your website loads fast. That you're not having huge pictures. That you're using video. Because once again, the first interaction a lot of people have with your company is going to be on this mobile device, this 4-inch, 5-inch screen. So make sure it's showing up well on a mobile phone. So I say this. So if customers can't find your business online, you're slowly dying. Once again, I think I've already showed you tonight how important it is to be online because why? Online is the way that people are choosing to find companies. People are going to Google to find companies. And I think what hold people back from that is fear. Don't fear digital. Digital is easy. You can learn it. You can do it for your business. You have to be out there because this world now is digital. People are looking for companies primarily on Google and finding you that way. So don't be afraid to be out there on technology. Even if you don't have it right at first, that's okay. Your website doesn't have to be the best in the world. Your video doesn't have to be the best quality, but be out there and build and improve over time. That's the key, not to get stagnant with what you have, but always be constantly improving, upping what you have for your company. So I'll say it again. Why is Google so important? No matter what business industry you're in, Google is the most affordable, effective, targeted, and trackable way to market your business. Hands down, the reach, the visibility, the ease of use that Google offers, it can't be matched. It can't be matched. TV, radio, print, all these other things are very high price. But for relatively affordable price, low cost, you can be visible on Google by using their products and services, by having video, having a website. Being digital, being online is the best way to elevate your brand. And that's what it's about once again. It's about elevating your brand. And the thing I love about Google and the internet is now the playing field is leveled. If you're a big company, if you're Microsoft or Nike or whatever, guess what? You have the same access to the same tools they have. Guess what? They're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, they're on LinkedIn, they have a website, and you can too. So the playing field is level now. You can have a digital experience that's on par with anybody, any company, no matter how big or small they are. And once again, that's what I mean by elevating your brand. You can be a one person shop. You can work out of your garage, your basement. But online, you can have a brand, a visibility that's large, that's impressive, that pulls people in, and that's what you want. Marissa says, yes, it's like second nature, searching for a nearby business, products, or events on Google, and it works internationally. Yeah, you got it. It's second nature. People say now, they say Google me. That's their phrase. And people knows what I mean. Oh, just Google it. You have a question? You have a concern? Oh, just Google it. And it's there. So people are going to Google, not the phone book, to find products, services, and information, and even answer to their questions. Um, they're typing those phrases in, those terms in on Google, and that's the way they're finding things. So, once again, that's how you elevate your business, and that's why you have to be on Google. Why? Because people are there, and that's the way you get them to come to your website and do business with your small business. And also, Google puts your business in front of customers when they're searching for products and companies like yours. That's key. So when people go on Google, they're not shopping. They are shopping, but they're not window shopping. They're looking to do something now. When people go on their cell phones, they want to do something now. So that's why being on Google My Business is so important, because when I type a search here for food or for a tailor or for a lawyer, I want to do it now. I want it now. And that's the beauty of Google. So think about it. You have the opportunity to show up to your customers right when they need you. That's awesome. You type something in Google and it comes up right then. So the chance of somebody come to your business when they find you on Google My Business on Google, it goes up. Why? Because they're not window shopping. They want somebody now. So if they can do a search and find that you're local, they see you have a good website, social media, video. Guess what? They're gonna call you. This is an action device. When people look for your company on your phone, they want to call you. They want to send directions to your company. They want to DM you on social media. So people are taking action when they're doing a search, and that's the beauty of it. So you can get somebody. I'm hungry. I want food now. So when I do a search for Cocoa Breeze, guess what? I'm not doing a search for the fun of it. I want some food now, or I'm planning it that night or the weekend to go out. It's now, and that's the beauty of it. You're hitting a customer when they want your product or your service. They're not window shopping. They're in that buy mode, and they're looking for companies. And depending on how your company looks, they're gonna choose you or if not, choose one of your competitors. So at the end of the day, it's all about increasing clicks to your website and calls to your business. That's it. That's how you elevate your brand. By being out there on Google, being seen by more customers, you'll get more clicks to your website and more calls to your business. So every month, about 1.9 billion would it be monthly connections are driven by Google. 1.9 billion. So your customers are out there. They're doing those searches for your products, your terms, and services. If they see you on there, and it's a good experience, things look well, they have confidence, they're going to call you. So you have to be where your customers are at. And your customers, they're searching on Google. That's how they're finding you. So you have to be there. So I always say, don't be Blockbuster. This is an old story, but don't be that company that passes on technology. And if you remember back in the day, if you're old like I am, uh, there's a thing called Blockbuster, and you would walk into the store and you would buy rent tapes and DVDs. Now at the time it was great, but things changed. This thing called the internet came along, and it changed everything. So instead of going to a store to buy videos, rent a videotape, or pay a $5 late fee, now you can sit at home and you could stream movies. You could rent DVDs from your home. And guess what? Blockbuster said, this internet thing is a fad. It's gonna die out. And guess what? They were dead wrong. And now Blockbuster, they're gone. So what I mean by that is, if you want to elevate your brand, the first thing you have to do is do not ignore technology. So your business cannot afford to ignore technology. It can't afford to ignore Google and all the services it has. Why? Because people are doing that. And if you ignore technology, you're really ignoring your customers, because your customers are telling you this is the way that we want to interact with your business. I think back in the day, there was probably some company that said, why do I have to get a telephone? People can come down to my store, they can walk here, drive here, why they want to call. And they never got a telephone. And guess what? They're out of business now. So don't be that company that ignores technology. Why? Because you're going to fall farther and farther behind. But the way to elevate your business is to stay up with technology. Like I said before, accepting digital payments, being on YouTube, using video, having a website, being mobile friendly. These are all ways that you stay with technology. And by staying up with technology, you're really staying on track with your customers. And that's so important. So, in many ways, I say be like Netflix. Now there's so many streaming services out here. Everybody has a streaming service. But Netflix, they were the people that really started that. They really made it popular. So streaming now is just a thing that everybody does. But Netflix was that company that saw the future. They say, you know what? We're going to use this technology. Why? Because customer behavior is changing. Let's change our customers. And look at Netflix. They were the leader. Not everybody's doing it, but they stepped out first and they did it. They embraced technology. So your company has to be the same way. You have to embrace technology to stay up with your customers. So time is running out. So I'm going to skip to the end here. So um, I'll say this in closing. Use digital skill sets. Use Google. Why? Because you reach new customers, you make more sales, and be competitive. That's how you elevate your brand. Not only being seen, but new customers, more sales, and by being more competitive. That's what Google can do for your business. Being seen on Google can do for your business. It can elevate your business. Once again, right now, this world we live in is so many distractions. It's so busy, but it's all about visibility. So Google is offering your company visibility. You can't put a price on that. So it would behoove you to be visible on Google. Why? Because your customers are going to see you, and that way you're going to make more sales and make more money. So, once again, I want to check in with you. How am I doing? Did you enjoy this webinar? If you enjoyed it, type in five. If you thought it was terrible, type in zero. So let's see your comments before we end tonight. So, if you enjoyed the webinar, excuse me. If you enjoyed the webinar, type in five. If you thought it was okay, give me a zero. Give me a one. So, before we say good night, I want to hear back from you. Antoinette says five. Appreciate that. Marissa has a last minute question. She says, "Do you have any tips on how to create a Google profile update post that don't get rejected?" Yeah, Marissa, I'm not sure why they're getting rejected. Are you putting links in there that are spammy or something? I'm not sure why they're getting rejected. Um, the best thing you can do is do a search for me. You're on YouTube. Do a search for me on Google. Um, Go to my LinkedIn profile and send me a message. Exactly what's going on. That's the best way I can help you. But I'm not sure why they're getting marked and being deleted. But Courtney says 55555. Appreciate that. Uh, Five. This was great. Inform me about some things and confirm others. Thank you. Yes, appreciate that. Appreciate that. I'm glad I was able to help. So in closing, once again, this webinar was brought to you by the U.S. Black Chambers and also Grow with Google. And if you want more information on anything tonight I talked about, the best way is to go to Google. Google has a whole portal full of trainings and tools to help you get more information. You can get there by going to google.com/grow. Once again, that's google.com/grow. Also, if you want to attend more trainings put on by the U.S. Black Chambers, the best way is to go to their website. They have trainings on everything about your business. Their website is usblackchambers.org/webinars. Go to there. You can sign up for future webinars for me and also other webinars as well. Also, if you came in late, if I talk too fast, if you missed something, this webinar is being recorded on all platforms. So if you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook and LinkedIn, this video has been recorded. It's on demand. As soon as it's done, you can rewatch it, you can rewind it. And also, if you view any of these channels, you can review past webinars that I had and also other webinars provided by the U.S. Black Chamber. So, saying that, we're coming up on 7 o'clock. Thank you for your time. And I will see you here next week again at 7 p.m. at 6 p.m. Talking more about ways you can use Google's products and services to make more money for your business. Good night. Thanks again. Bye.